Hello and welcome to another review for XOR. I'm Daniel Waite and this is brought to you in association with Andrew Edney's Movies, Games and Tech.com. Thanks to Andrew for allowing me to make content for his page, and thanks to the publishers and developers for the code. Today's review is Frane Dragons Odyssey, which is available to buy on multiple platforms. Before we go any further, I'd love you to like, comment and subscribe if you enjoy what you see. Your support helps me to make content and grow my channel. So, let's wait no longer and see what it's all about. Frane Dragons Odyssey is a dated experience that should have been captivating and tough to put down. Unfortunately, this isn't the case as it's far too basic and a lack of guidance causes frustration. Alongside this, you can mow through your opponents with ease and every quest lacks reward or difficulty. This action RPG was developed by X-Create and published by KEMCO. Unlike other KEMCO RPGs, this one is sadly lacking, yet despite its many shortcomings, there were a few glimmers of light. Accordingly, I suggest you sit back and let me talk you through the pros and cons of this disappointing indie game. One of Frane Dragons Odyssey's stellar points is its story. The fantasy edge was great and I liked the colourful characters you encounter. Zeus is the god in charge of Frane. However, no matter how powerful he is, he can't stop his subjects from misbehaving. Escude, a lost girl from the Angel clan, has ventured to Earth. Luckily, Kuna and his childhood friend Rial are sent to find her. This mission is thwarted by danger and the duo must work together to destroy monsters and appease the humans. The story was great and this was the main reason I kept going with this game. Unfortunately, many of the core mechanics were lackluster and disappointing. Each tiny area was simple to navigate despite the inclusion of traps and puzzles to overcome. Furthermore, there are waves of monsters that should have caused a headache. However, they have the backbone of a worm and die with ease. This issue is compounded when you tackle each of the bosses. Defeating them is easy and you slice through them like a hot knife through butter. The fighting involves you spamming a pair of buttons to slash your sword or use Rial's magic. This deadly combination eliminates anything in your path. As you explore each minute arena, you will find items to use and plenty of treasure. Both of these things can be used to improve your health or buy new goods from the item and equipment stores. If you wish, you can cook hearty meals to gift to the key NPCs. I ignored the cooking and farming elements as it doesn't impact the gameplay. Yet if I had chosen to go down this route, I could have befriended the locals and unlocked a raft of achievements. The time and effort seemed a little unnecessary, and this will only appeal to completionists. Though the core mechanics were disappointing, Frane Dragons Odyssey has a brilliant old school approach. The sharp but earthy colour palettes complements the pixelated and rudimentary graphics. Additionally, the simple level design and character models reminded me of a Sega Mega Drive game. The retro graphics may not be everyone's cup of tea, but I enjoyed the simplicity. The audio is equally old school, but the shrill sound effects were uncomfortable to listen to. The unnecessarily loud special attack was particularly annoying, yet it was this over-the-top idea that brought the retro design to life. Though it made me cringe, I couldn't help but smile. The developer has focused on an authentic retro feel. This is another incredible aspect of this underwhelming game. The D-pad controls and refined combat design strip back the nonsense from other more complex endeavours. However, Frane Dragons Odyssey is basic and understated as a result, and this will annoy modern gamers. I invested around 7 hours to push through every area. Had I tried the cooking and friendship aspects, I could have increased the game time by another 3 hours. This isn't a bad return for an inexpensive game, however, the lack of challenge or reward makes it tough to keep playing. I'm a fan of retro gaming, but Frane Dragons Odyssey didn't light my fire. Though the story was great and I liked the characters, everything else felt lackluster and dull. This isn't one of KEMCO's finest games and I won't be recommending that you buy it. Can you complete your mission and find Escude, grab a weapon, kill every monster and prove your worth? Thank you for watching, and I hope you like what you've seen. If you have, give the video a like, comment below, and hit the subscribe button. Until next time, keep gaming.